Shalom, first and foremost, all praise and glory is unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Marachach Wadash. That belong to our apostles, the bishop, the elders of the great millstone, and greetings, salutations, blessings, much love unto you, hopeful elect, shalom unto you. You brush required with a video. Just want to go into some of what's happening, okay, in Southern California, okay, and it's a duality of what's happening because it's a plan of the elite, but the lower Edomites and the wicked and low Amalek and all of that, and entertainers are who's really getting hit. Okay, we seen James Woods crying, and we see that people that have family of musicians and all of this stuff, of all their stuff being wiped out. If you ever, like, I grew up in Southern California, and we always understood that area is where a lot of rich and famous people live. Okay, Diddy's house burnt up. You know how convenient. You know when the one they raided. You know that one and the one in Florida, the FBI or whoever it was hit it, but now it's burned up with all the evidence. Well, in that industry, we know, in the entertainment industry, we know that they believe in the occult. And if you don't know anything about that, YouTube, you can just go on there and look all this stuff up on YouTube. Plenty of Illuminati videos, secrets of the music industry videos. I'm not going to bring all that up, but you can do your own research on that. Okay, once you get past that, then you start to understand that this has spiritual implications, okay, tied into the Bible. All right, I'm going to bring a little bit of that out, because what ends up happening is a lot of these entertainers, they sacrifice something, okay, whether it's their integrity by doing crazy sexual ritual acts and whatever else, or sometimes it's people. Most times it's the traffic in souls of men. Okay, it's even the children. It's all kind of things, man. Okay, just to say it that way. All right, all for the greater good of the greater good, the greater of their accomplishing their agenda. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a bunch, and I have some ideas and a few scriptures to go over. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. So I'll start with fair use, fair use, fair use. I have a small clip of a news video from KTLA, which is the news in LA, Channel 5. And just caught a small clip of something that popped up when, I was watching the video. And when that video went off, this news clip came on about the fires and everything that's happening. Okay? And then Lord willing, is edifying. Then I'll hit some precepts on it that came to mind. As I thought this, I kind of was thinking certain things, but then this popped up and I was like, that's the spirit. I should do this video. So Lord willing, like I said, it's edifying. This is not for monetary gain. This is for, fair use, disclaimer. This is not for monetary gain. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right, so I'm going to start here with the God of entertainment, okay, I'm going to just read a little bit of the overview, and I'll jump down and jump around it a little bit, right? It says Dionysus is the Greek god of entertainment, theater, wine, fertility, and the arts. All those high level, all of those worlds are in that area, and they're high level. Okay, like you can make a lot of money in there. You see people like Beyonce and Jay-Z get into the art world. Okay, they're in the music and entertainment world. They get into the art world. All those go hand in hand, and even into the theater and wine. A lot of these people are venturing off into alcohol and wineries and all these other things. Okay, fertility in the arts. That's fertility and sexuality go hand in hand, right? He is also known by his Roman name, Bacchus. Okay, let's hop on Bacchus real quick. Okay, just something quick. All right, I'm not getting into that. Just going to say a little bit of that anyway. Orchards, and that's why they go to like the Bohemian Grove and different orchards, and they do things of fruits, and, it just gets crazy when you really get into it, right? Ritual madness, God of ritual madness. Religious ecstasy, God of religious ecstasy, okay? And then on the satanic calendar, they have these rituals that are centered around sex magic. Certain days on the calendar have sex magic involved in some of these rituals. Well, that's where E gets his power from on the left hand side. That's why you'll go to a Diddy party, or you'll go to a Hollywood party. It used to be at the mansion, the Playboy Mansion or whatever, or you go to the mansion party, talking about Cat Williams, and then you fuck around, walk in a room that you see something you ain't meant to see, and so on and so forth. If you know the Cat Williams Pimp Chronicles joke, okay, but it wasn't a joke, right? So it goes into that. Let's see, this is freezing. Okay, there we go. All right, so Dionysus, god of theater and entertainment, also known by his Roman name Bacchus, is the god of wine, fertility, arts. His parents are Zeus and Semele, a mortal woman. Dionysus is the only Greek god born to a mortal. Okay. What was the other thing of enjoyment? God of acting. Okay, that had nothing to do with what I was thinking, but yeah. All right, so let's go into where this connects. Okay, so we got Bacchus and Dionysus, okay, in the book of Maccabees, and I just Googled it to get you to understand, because it says the fast of Bacchus, but I knew it meant feast. It says, when the feast of Bacchus, Dionysus, was in all its revelry, this is in the time of the Greeks, so in the Maccabees, right? And all its revelry came around, the Jews were compelled to go in procession in honor of Bacchus, Dionysus. Greek is Dionysus, Bacchus is the Roman version, wearing wreaths of ivy, the emblem of the god, right? Why you see that in the Olympics and the different Caesars have the crown wreath of the different leaves, right? Now, when you get into the word revelry in the Bible, as AI overview says, revelry is a term for excessive, wild, and immoral celebrations that often involve drinking, partying, and other sinful behaviors. Sounds like a Hollywood Diddy party or something, like Slash, because he's not the only one that has them kind of parties. The word is generally used in a negative way. All right, and we have different scriptures that goes into. All right, so we understand that that's in there. I mean, the Bible goes into that, right? Now, part of some of these Hollywood initiation rituals to get into the famous business, what do you think is going on, man, at these parties, at these gatherings? Okay? And you think the Lord's not going to judge this place? So some of this is judgment. But we also have to understand there's a duality that the Most High does. Okay? He's also letting Eve fill his belly. Okay? So he can try to attempt to accomplish his mission. And I got other ideas on what he's really trying to pull off, but maybe I'll speak on it, maybe I won't. We'll see how that works out. But while I'm getting into this is, to me, it's like they're trying to clean up all their madness, because they know, and I'm just using Cat Williams' incident as a thing, when Cat Williams said all the fuckery will be outed in 2024. It's up for all of them, right? And he was talking about a lot of different black entertainers. Well, a lot of them people lived in these areas. Okay, a lot of certain low-level people lived in these areas. Actors that had been through these rituals, a family of musicians. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people in those areas. That's where you see the fame. Once you have a couple films and you've got a solid career under your belt, a lot of people live in the areas where these fires were, or are, should I say. Okay? And they go to these parties, and they're honoring Bacchus in these parties. Now, there's one more deity I want to bring up. Okay, and you can see what I'm bringing up. I'm going to read a little bit of it. But these are a lot of the people that are in that area. Okay, so it's like the lower levels are getting judged over there. Okay, I think they're gonna make it out, a certain way. But there's a lot of money in that area, in which we know them families over there, that they're the top family. Okay, in the earth, the top of the Edomites. Okay, which is Amalek. Okay. But you see it's the same people over there wreaking terror and horror over there in the Middle East. Okay, and you know which ones I'm talking about. Okay, the ones that everybody think you know the ones I'm talking about. Anyway, this is about Kabbalah. It says is a Jewish mystical tradition that explores the nature of God and the relationship between God and the universe. It's also known as Kabbalah, and Kabbalah. Okay, all of those different. I said it backwards, but y'all know what I'm saying. The belief in God works in mysterious ways and all of that, right? I'm just kind of skimming through. Torah, esoteric works that interpret the Torah and shed light on God's essence. Okay, they got their little things. But you see who lives over there. The synagogue of Revelation 3 and 9, right? But you see what their images are, and these things look familiar. All right, occult knowledge. Okay, words that jump out. I can't say too much about them because they run all of this and they'll be then, struck the channel. All right. Now,
about my parents all the time. My friends would use it all the time. I've had friends do their wedding proposals there, birthdays, every memorable kind of experience that our family went through happened there.
As a father and a spiritual person, also one of the leading speakers of Kabbalah, David shares these words with those who have lost so much.
You lost something physical, but you didn't lose the energy of it. And so that energy vibrates and it recreates that physical reality in such a new and beautiful way.
So now I'll speak on what I think they're doing. When you look at the map of what's, matter of fact, let me bring the map up. Okay, this is a map. Okay, and I was thinking about, I heard here in Vegas, we hear about these bullet trains and whatnot. Okay, so that's big business. Okay, so but a bullet train to California, bullet train to Los Angeles. But where is it gonna go? Being from Southern California, I'm like, well, where's that bullet train gonna go? Well, it wouldn't be better than to go here, right through these areas that they're evacuating, that's burning up. Right through here. They need to get right through here. Now, that's my theory. I speak as a man. I'm not bringing it up as anything. But as brothers have been bringing out, they have that smart LA they're trying to set up by 2028. Okay, they got all these other things that they're setting up the environment to get this thing done by 2028 for the Olympics. Okay, which I believe they're going to try to have that bullet train ready by 2028. Okay, and that's just something that just made sense to me. And they probably want to have it ready to where you need the C-hip to get on that bullet train to even get into this part of LA. Okay? But like I said, that's a kind of a vision that I had. I'm not saying that, I'm just speaking as a man, not saying that this is confirmed, but just something that came across my mind, right? Okay, this is some of the things you see from this video, and this was from the Elder Bishop's page. I got this off of this page right there, and that's the name of it at the top. Okay, but you see what it's saying on there, right? So I'm going to play it from here in just a couple seconds of it. Still fair use, educational purposes only.
So I wasn't at all surprised when I found this.
Okay. 15 minutes. Now here, that was the thing. I don't know if you saw the 15-minute city thing. Okay, at the bottom there. All right. All this construction, yep. Right. Yep. Centinela Avenue.
Found this one too.
Yep. Wi-Fi is playing. Yep, sure. Coming up.
Pacific Palisades is supposed to have a board meeting in February regarding some new legislation. But by far, the most disturbing thing I found was this right here. Smart LA 2028.
All right. Our vision for Los Angeles. All right, and there's videos out there on that, okay? Okay.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah. So let me jump off of that.
In Los Angeles, the 2028 Summer Olympics will start on Friday, July 14th, 2028, and will end on Sunday, July 30th, 2028.
Okay. So of course they're gonna want to have this ready by then, because where are they gonna bring the world to compete in athletics and sports? Where are they gonna bring these people to? Well, the best area in Southern California, you can't go downtown no more. Okay, the best part is that. You know, some people even I saw a podcast a couple of years ago when they were talking about having it in Los Angeles. They were saying that they want to, well, they may be able to do it if they spread it around town. You know, have some over at the Rams Stadium, some at the Staples Center, some over at the Convention Center, at the Forum, and just spreading it all Anaheim and just have it all around the city of Los Angeles. But Los Angeles is spread out. Okay? It's really spread out. Okay? But if you kind of push everything into that area, you know, and that high area real estate area that's on fire right now, it just makes sense. Okay? And then they're talking about smart cities. So these are all the thoughts that came to my mind when I saw all of this other information that you see, right? Well, in the scheme of time, 2028 is a couple years away, right? All right. So as one side of it, of these people being judged for the wickedness they're doing and losing all their things, some of the upper elites are in on the big NWO situation. Okay. That's in the top level of it, right? It's and this is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and in the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time. Okay, so this is the things that he's doing. Okay, he'll burn up a whole area. But he's also covering up all the wickedness that goes on in those areas with all them deities. And, you know, they're just repackaging these deities. You know, they'll burn all that area up to clean it up and to rebuild. And then they'll probably set those other people that lost something over there. They'll set them up because a lot of insurance was canceled 4 months ago. You know, in other videos we have on that. Right? Those are gone, so those people lose out. But the other people, they get it all back and you know, and then some probably, and set them up to be the elite of whatever the next area for housing outside of this or back into this area. Okay? All right? This is easily something, and then what comes with that? The image, the world in the image of the beast, okay, that he is setting up. And he's got to push this fast because he knows he have but a short time. Hey, there's chariot sightings, and he's getting desperate to where it just can't naturally happen. He has to use his I was gonna call a number out, but I don't remember the number. But the DEW, the Mountain Dew, okay, microwave on it, okay, heat it up with the microwave, okay, and get things kicking and popping, okay. Right when you watching Diddy and you watching people over in New Orleans and this pop off and then the winds is crazy right on time to be the perfect storm. Okay? And the Heavenly Father is allowing him to have his hand in it as well as accomplish things for himself. All right? Right before this man's in. All right? So, but I want to get into a couple of other sides of this because a lot of people in Hollywood deserve to get this, because when you go back and I can't play some of this stuff, but some of this footage that's floating around the internet, these people are shook out of their minds, man. These people are terrified, and if they don't fight for their lives, man, they don't make it out of some of these situations. I seen one where a lady went through the tunnel, and she was like driving, oh my God, crying, and just God please, and all simple lady thinking she's trying to do the right thing, been living what she believes is the right way to the right God and all of that. And this is the situation you find yourself in. Well, somebody did something evil to get you into that lifestyle over there. Okay? Because no matter what you say, it's a car and gad lib all in these areas. And there was a forefather somewhere down the line that came through and slaughtered and killed and pushed people around and did whatever else, used like they did in the movie The Killers of the Flower Moon, okay? Laws, change laws and all of this to get in there and get the land from people, man. They done did all these things, and you think that the Heavenly Father's not going to pay you back. Well, when you realize the people that live in that area and how they extended their wealth beyond just living in that area, they also was in the industries, music, arts, movies, so on and so forth, and they put them kids in sacrifices to get it, okay, to become famous and stars. Well, I'm going to hit what the scriptures say on it, because this has ran on further than I wanted it to, but I felt it might when I put the other thoughts in it. But to piece all this together, I'm going to end it with that part of the thought. All right? Let's get what the Father says about, the scriptures say about that lifestyle. Okay, this is Leviticus 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech to Molech, neither thou shalt profane the name of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Pass through the fire, that's the sacrifice, man. Let's see what that says. AIO review, Molech, a god associated with sacrifices. Okay, you see the word there. That appears in the Hebrew Bible, primarily in the book of Leviticus. The Bible strongly condemns practices associated with Molech. Okay, and we know that that's part of it. A lot of it happens in Hollywood. Okay, a lot of it happens in Hollywood. Now, when I brought up this guy, I'm going to bring him up in a second here. I've almost forgot to bring him up. Were children actually sacrificed to Molech, or were the rites harmless? Yeah, okay, just going to clean it up. Can't clean it up, man. Okay. So we see all this Pizzagate. We see all these things happening, man, in the earth. Okay, and you wonder why. Adrenochrome, look up all these things, man, and where it comes from. There's stuff on the internet about this now. They're trying to clean it up and try to hide this stuff, but it's still out there. Okay? YouTube may not be able to hold it. I can't show it because everything's a strike and to cancel your page, but you can go to Odysseys and Rumbles and all of that, and they still have some of that stuff up, right? Even YouTube might have some other people pages with this stuff up, right? Okay, and we know about Baphomet. We should anyway. Is a figure in occult and Western esoteric traditions. Baphomet is often depicted as a goat-headed, human-bodied figure. The name Baphomet associated with the Knights Templar, who were accused of worshiping Baphomet as a demonic idol during the Inquisition in the 14th century. That up, turn Baphomet in the Crusades. Date back to Egypt, Greece, and Neolithic tribal communities. Okay, symbolism. Okay, but let's get into one more. When you go to this, which is pentagram symbol and meanings. A pentagram is a 5-pointed star, has many meanings and associations. Christianity, neo-pagan religions. Okay, you can kind of read that. Taoism, Satanism. Let's get to that one. It says the inverted pentagram with 2 points facing up and 1 facing down is associated with Satanism. The Church of Satan's official symbol is inverted pentagram with the goat's head in the center, called the signal of Baphomet. And when you go to Hollywood, let's get an image of Hollywood, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay, all right, and you see what happens here. Okay, and if you've done any, if you, like I came into the truth watching, truth about hip hop, the truth about the music and all of this with G. Craig Lewis and all of these other things. So before I came into this, and I even heard some things previous to that, but when I heard these things, I went down the rabbit hole and deep dives way back when YouTube was different and seen all these things. And I was like, damn, what am I going to do about it? And then the truth came around. It's like, boom, there go the answer of how I have a way out, right? about how this is what they're doing, and how Britney Spears' music and Beyonce's music and Sasha Fierce, and you just start, and then Jay-Z's, The Evils, and you just start getting into all of these different angles, and you start seeing it. And I'm naming these things for any of you that don't know. Like, The Evils is a song. Lucifer is a song. Okay, you get into all, even though the word Lucifer just means light bearer. Okay, but you get into what people think it means and all of this, and you start finding that how wicked this place is. Okay, but then they're quick to give these awards out in Hollywood. Okay, quick to give all this stuff out, and they're really honoring Baphomet. Oh, but it's a upright pentagram. Okay, sure, sounds good to me too, right? If you like that, if you want to just leave it at that, sure. But all these things are not there symbolically for nothing. Okay? Now, I'm always in the movies, and so here's one brother put me on to, Starry Eyes from 2014. Okay, I'm gonna get to the overview, short overview. A hopeful young starlet uncovered the ominous origins of the Hollywood elite and enters into a deadly agreement in exchange for fame and fortune. Okay, this is one version of it. Another version of this same thing is Crossroads from a music angle. Okay. And so, all these are probably, I don't know if they're similar or not, but good movie. It's crazy, but it's almost not in an analogy. It's straightforward how they're doing it. Okay, you meet with these execs, you meet with the producer, you let these demons get, man, it's almost a horror movie. Like, I think they called it, horror fantasy. Very good movie though. Worth the watch. Okay? If you're squeamish, eat first. Don't eat first. So I don't know what you need to do, but beware, because it's got some gross images in there, but that's, to me, what makes it even better. All right? But definitely worth the watch. Okay? And there's people that say it. There's people that come out and give their own testimonies about being in that industry, the music industry, the types of parties they go to, sexual rituals that they done been involved in. Okay, the Weinsteins. You start getting all the way into this thing, and you start seeing how corrupt this whole situation is. Well, that area is getting burnt up, and a lot of these people that are low level, they didn't crossed over into these rituals, and now, like, you hear what what's her name? The singer, and then the child actor, the Jakes, man. I can't think of her, Orlando Brown, and I can't think of the chick, the singer from the Roots, or sang with the Roots or whatever. I can't think of her name, but she's famous out there now for telling secrets or whatever. Maybe controlled opposition, I don't know, but she's out there spilling the beans as well about how these inside things happen, man. Okay, spilling it on the famous people. All right, I can see her face, can't think of her name. You guys probably already know who I'm thinking of. But yeah, so she's all over the internet anyway. So all of this stuff is coming out in these times. All right? So let me get one last scripture, because this is, I had some other ones, but I'm losing track of thought going all the way into all of this. But there's one that matters. Yeah, that guy Smart is another one that said he was in them situations and didn't want to do it. Okay, these one-hit wonders, these people that have promise, but then they don't do the rituals, to become megastars, and then they end up dead, or they end up, just different situations, to where they just be one-hit wonders, and you wonder, like, dang, they had a hit, they seem talented, how come it didn't? Well, this is part of it. So this is Matthew. No, excuse me. This is the wrong one. I always go to the wrong one. Yeah, 36, Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? A lot of the people over there, they did all kind of wickedness to get into those areas and get into those industries and to live a certain way, in a certain lifestyle, certain tax bracket. Okay, saying it that way. In this area here, okay, and I think this is an omen, showing you that Hollywood is about to be exposed, whether they're willingly showing you that that they're about to take it down to a certain level. With the Jonas Awful we talked about, at the live and all of that. That on Netflix, Black Mirror, where they don't even need, the AI is so good they don't even need the actors anymore. They have enough footage of actors that they can put any face on it with any kind of makeup, and they have their voice and all of that already, plenty of footage. They can just put it out there with the script and it'll just play it out, the whole movie, without using all the other expensive equipment and things to show, to spin to make it. They can just do it through AI now. Okay, that's technology's out there. And then they're like, but I was never in this movie. I never agreed to do this. But that was part of the in there. You signed a contract, you signed over your likeness. All right. Anyway, it says, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Okay. And a lot of people, Kanye said, I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal. At least I got a few toys, like a Happy Meal. Sounds good. But hey, the day of judgment is coming. And this ain't it. This is just the omen. This ain't even the day of judgment. Everybody, it says in 2 Corinthians, everybody got to stand before the throne of Yahushua to be judged, whether their deeds have been good or bad. All right? So, yeah, man, I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, was edifying, all over the place and a whole lot of different ideas. But you got to know that this is just rappers getting killed left and right. Okay, what do you think all this is about? They put out a few songs, real demonic music. Of course, the Father of the Spirits, that to whom belong the issues from death. Of course, he's gonna call their number, whether he lets E take them out or he takes them out himself. A lot of these young rappers now, they have no conscience, man. They'll sell their soul, they'll do all these other things, and then all of a sudden they'll make it big. They'll be doing all kind of wickedness and street cred. They'll make all this money, and then they'll be taken out. Okay? And so what are you going to give in exchange for your soul when you got to meet the maker? Okay? Because that money ain't going to do nothing for you in that day. Riches profit not in the day of punishment. Okay? So for the rest of us, hey, man, even though you may not be rich or in this area, you got to take heed for where your focus is at, man. Okay, if it ain't on fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and stability, okay, of the times, hey man, if you ain't in the fear and building your faith with belief and works, hey man, it's gonna end up real bad for you, man. This is just something simple and something small that on two dualities, okay, one being judgment of these people that live in that area, the other one for all the ritual worship and things that they do following after the heathen. Okay, for you Jakes, and the heathen got to get judged also, as well as this man coming down with great wrath to push his agenda forward, to try to fulfill his enterprise. Okay, to get you into that image of the beast. And I didn't even read that, but I have no proof on that at this point, so I won't put it in there. But Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Until the next one, Shalom.